they may have essentially been the same thing. But the new and old Jedi Orders were quite different. The Canon Presents presents Star Wars Lore Episode 52, The New Jedi Order versus the Old Jedi Order. The Jedi Order was around for thousands of years and brought much peace to the galaxy. However, Order 66 wiped out most of the Jedi and thus destroyed the Order. But after the Jedi Luke Skywalker founded a training school on Yavin, the Jedi Order was reborn. Even though Luke was trained by Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi, who were part of the old Jedi Order, the new Order was quite different. So what are the differences? Firstly, let's look at the difference in role of each Order. Those in the old Jedi Order were not only guardians of peace, but they were diplomats and would often solve problems politically rather than forcefully. They were often viewed as intervening too late in conflicts, leaving the public to fend for themselves. On the other hand, those in the new Jedi Order were regarded as being more active and more likely to solve conflicts with force. Next up, let's look at the difference in training. The old Order was very strict. Those who were force sensitive had to be trained at a very young age to minimise emotional attachments. The younglings were sorted into clans to be trained, and then they would become Padawans if they passed the trials. Under the guidance of a master who had no other students, the Padawan would develop their knowledge of the Force and learn the 7 combat forms with their own built lightsaber. Some of those who were very talented in the Force failed to become Jedi as they were either too old for training or broke under the pressure. The new Order was more lenient and had no minimal age for joining. The students weren't forced to train in the temple, instead were encouraged to explore the galaxy. A master was not required for the title of Jedi Knight. In short, they were given more freedom and found their own path rather than being forced down one. Now let's look at attachment. The Order of Old, as mentioned earlier, heavily discouraged emotional attachments. It was believed that friendships and relationships could cloud a Jedi's mind and possibly lead them to the dark side. A good example of this is Anakin Skywalker. With this approach, many Jedi were lonely. The later Order scrapped this mentality altogether and actually encouraged emotional attachments. Although the Order came first, many Jedi had great friendships and teamwork was said to bring out the best in each Jedi. Romantic relationships were not exactly encouraged, but the Order did not try to break up the couple. Penultimately is ruling. In the Old Order, almost every decision had to be ruled upon either the High Council or any of the lower councils. The decisions would often be made slowly, and many Jedi disliked this system. The new Jedi Order was similar to the old, however, Jedi did not have to stand in front of the council to be tested or promoted to the rank of Knight. Also, local matters would be treated straight away by any Order member rather than the council. Finally, let's look at the dark side. The Old Order believed that redemption from the dark side was impossible. Yoda himself claimed the dark side would never fully leave someone. In contrast, the New Order believed that redemption was actually possible, no matter how evil the person was. This could have been founded when Luke witnessed Darth Vader turn back to the light. The new Jedi thought that the Force powers were not dark or light, it was simply the person behind those powers. To finish, I want to ask you some questions. Which Order do you think had the better beliefs? Which one had the wiser or stronger Jedi? And which do you prefer? Leave your answers in the comments below. Stay tuned for a video on Monday which will be a Q&A celebrating 3,000 subscribers. If you want to take part in that video, follow the link in the description. Remember to vote for next week's episode by liking one of the 2 comments below. If you want to learn more about someone or something from the Star Wars universe, leave a comment. And for more Star Wars lore, keep it locked here to the Canon Presents.
Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? And where you should not. For my ally is the Force. And a powerful ally it is. You must feel the Force around you. Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere.